Hold on, hold on.
Wait, now you gotta wait. Now you gotta wait. Now you gotta wait. This man Dante.
Oh hell.
Come on, man.
Told a bitch you motherfucking right. Told a bitch.
Welcome to the Wright Discussion. I am your host Kenneth Wright, and with me today, back again, I got my boy Drake.
What's up? First off, I don't want to cut you off.
You already did, so go ahead.
My bad. But last episode I wasn't here. Dontavius was in it. I didn't like it. I personally didn't like it. It wasn't one of my favorites. But
shout out my boy Dante. Thank you for coming through last time. But you know,
I did a good job.
but today, you know, like I said, got my boy Dre back with me today, and so Dre,
what's up?
Biggest thing basketball so far recently, the draft.
Yeah.
Did you like any moves, or did you not like anybody, or like where certain people went to, or do you think most teams really got who they most likely?
I didn't like De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento, but it was like a pick that they had to make. I don't think that De'Aaron Fox is going to flourish in Sacramento.
Yeah, just personally. Yeah, Sacramento just ain't gonna be a team.
The whole way that they handled DeMarcus Cousins in the first place. Yeah. Now you're going to Sacramento, and Sacramento is full of guards now. So they basically like another version of Phoenix, except for Phoenix is more talented.
But I will say, with De'Aaron Fox coming in, he can easily be their lead guard.
He can
by bar none. So
he do that, then what you gonna do with Buddy?
Keep Buddy. Everyone else go.
Okay, so you're gonna
keep them two as your cornerstone.
So you're gonna.
That's two young people you can try to build around. You already went. You've been when and got rid of DeMarcus Cousins, so that you obviously say you're gonna go a younger route. So you might as well just go with. You might as well go with one of the younger people you got in a trade last year for DeMarcus.
Okay.
And hey, it doesn't hurt to try to have a point guard for the future.
All right, but they have a big man, right? Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, so he's a solid. He's a decent.
He's a decent center. Decent. But it's like you have these two guards who are very ball dominant, who can create plays, who can make plays for themselves and their teammates. But you're gonna need Willie Cauley-Stein to be that like presence down low.
If he can at least,
he can't be that presence, then
if he can at least be a defensive presence, and then as far as offense, I mean, for now he's really a Tyson Chandler-ish kind of.
I feel like you're discrediting Tyson Chandler a little bit.
No, I'm talking about as a younger age. As far as what, if he can blossom, at least do something, he can end up being a borderline Tyson Chandler. Catch alleys, play good defense, because you really don't see much as far as offensive anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I'll give him a little Tyson Chandler, and if he develops a jump shot, maybe.
I don't know, man. We'll see about that. Because it's like I don't want to say you're asking Cauley-Stein to do a lot, but he's going to have to it's like he's going to have to get set in this pick and roll style of basketball.
Hey, this the pros. You better get used to it.
Ready for it.
This the pros.
We'll see, but I don't think he's ready for that.
He better.
I just don't, because it's not like he has DeAndre abilities, or it's not like he even has DeMarcus Cousins abilities. He's a basic big man. Hey. He doesn't have a jumper. He's not that dominant. So it's like, what else can you really do besides?
But again, that gym will work.
Well, that's gonna take a while.
They got now that they know who they drafted. At least De'Aaron Fox better get Cauley-Stein on the phone and say, "Hey man, we both some Kentucky boys.
It's always
Calipari taught us something."
That's the worst thing. It always goes back to Calipari. It's always you already know that's going back to Coach Cal. So
good job, Coach Cal.
Nah, this one done's a terrible Coach Cal.
So how do you feel about Markelle going to Philly? Do you think he'll fit in with Ben and the process and all that?
The East is so weak that they're gonna be 8 seeds in playoffs this year. They're gonna get
they could be an 8 seed.
Or they're gonna get a legitimate sweep. But they're gonna be an 8 seed this year because they're that young and they can run. And if Joel if he stays healthy, and if Ben Simmons really wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that he wasn't healthy. He just had that, I think it was a foot injury or something like that. Yeah. So it was some situation where he
could have came back eventually or something, exactly. But it was just like, let's just shut you down for the whole
because they were saying if they make the playoffs, he might have came back. Yeah. Just to get that.
But they knew.
But that would have been, even if that would have happened, that would have been dumb because you're going to throw a rookie into a playoff situation, an intense playoff situation,
and tell him to ball out.
Exactly.
Like he hasn't been playing.
And I'm not saying that he can't live up to that because we don't know. He didn't do it. It didn't happen. But that's still like more injury prone right there. You know, because playoffs are tough.
Yeah, you're throwing him into an environment he ain't ready for most likely. He hasn't played even professional ball all year, so he don't even still know the real game flow. So to go into a playoff series thinking, all right, this is gonna be your first chance to show us what you got at all.
Yeah, and you have to coach him.
That's too much. Yeah, exactly. That's too much.
But I think Philly can do it. They can be an AC. If not, they're going to be in competition to be an AC. Because when you think about the East, that bottom half is pretty much a toss-up between like Charlotte, Miami. You got Indiana now with the whole Paul George situation. Like
Indiana's not gonna be in the playoffs next year.
I mean, but they can get there with Paul George if he stays. He's still gonna be there.
Paul George will still be there, so I'll give them the playoffs.
Exactly. Is that from 6 to 8 is kind of a toss up in the East. It's not like the West where it's solid. Every year 1 through 8 pretty much. They're gonna be different in different positions, but 1 through 8 who they gonna be. So I see Philly making.
We're gonna speak on that 1 through 8 in the East a little later. Cause I got a question for you about that.
Okay.
But one of my favorite picks.
Who is your favorite pick?
Boston.
Oh, Jason Taylor?
Yes.
Well, I heard that he has like Paul Pierce abilities. Like they see that.
Yes, I actually think that's one of the better picks. Cause not like they needed to go get a huge big guy, like as in like a big man or a real bona fide star. Like they didn't need to go get Lonzo Ball. They didn't need Fox. They went and got a solid perimeter player. They could have went right with either him or Jackson.
Okay.
I like Tatum better because I just feel like he's more NBA ready.
Yeah.
I feel like his body and the I feel like he'll hold up longer than what Josh Jackson will.
Exactly.
And especially him going to Boston is better for him.
Exactly. More structured system.
Compared to like Josh Jackson, who I think is gonna be a solid perimeter player too down the line. But I'm nervous for Jackson. The style of play that he's gonna run in Phoenix, he's strictly gonna be
it's running gun.
Yeah. Where he's not that great of a shooter. To where it's gonna force him to have to learn how to shoot. And if he doesn't get a consistent jump shot, he can be over with.
When he was at Kansas, he struggled with his jumper. That's why he was more so of a slasher, go to the rim type player. So it's like with Josh Jackson, they're gonna have to run. You know what I'm saying? They have to do.
They're gonna have to get out on the wing. They're gonna have to let Tyler Eulis, Eric Bledsoe, whoever they want to run. They're gonna have to push the ball.
You still got Eric Bledsoe. You still got Devin Booker. So they're like. I guess they tried to get a big man with like KD ability. I think that's what they were going for as far as Josh Jackson, but I don't see that because he doesn't have
someone who can actually play both sides of the ball too. Exactly. He's gonna be a good defender.
Because what he's gonna have to work on is his back to the rim type. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to work on his jumper, but he's gonna have to get like that kind of that spin move, that whole little thing for him to be successful in the league.
I don't like that for him.
Is that he can be a wingman pretty much,
basically, and that's gonna set him up for failure because the shots that he will get, they're gonna be only where he did cut. Yeah. He had to get to the goal and he had to try to finish. Yeah. Or it's gonna be fast breaks.
All right.
Because if they get into a half court setting where he has to try to really score, I don't think he'll be getting up at trying to get to the goal. And if he works on mid range, maybe. Yeah. But as far as being a wing player, if they force him to shoot threes, that's not gonna be his game at all. Okay. He's gonna need a lot of help with Booker from that one day.
All right, so
Booker's gonna have to get in the gym and say, "Hey, yo, Jackson, come on."
Who my pick was?
Who?
You know where I'm going with this.
We're not going to the lake show.
Out of LA.
We ain't going to the lake show.
Lonzo Ball. That's who I got.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Lonzo about to be.
Why?
Lonzo about to be.
Nice. I'm gonna go on record and say De'Aaron Fox is probably gonna be the better point guard.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going on record now. I think he will have the better.
Lonzo about to be.
I think he'll be the better overall.
And I cannot wait to see LeVar at the Staples Center first game with the big ballin' brand hat on and the ZO2s on his face. I can't wait.
So you are establishing that this is the LeVar show now.
Yeah, it's been the LeVar show.
It's not gonna be the late show.
Did you not see this man at the draft? He had a big ballin' brand tie. With the holographic 3Bs going down.
You saw he dropped the shoes like as soon as he got drafted too.
That's a great
Hey, LeVar, I give you that one too.
That's why you have to like, and that's the thing, bro. With LeVar, even though Lonzo got a lot to live up to, I believe that he can live up to it to a certain degree. Because I know his first year in the league, he's about to get clowned. Yeah. Like, he's about to get...
Other players are finna...
Because they're coming for him.
They want his head.
They're coming for him, but they're not coming for him for what he did. They coming at him for his dad did. So your dad done really dug you in this hole. Your first season, pretty much.
I think that's good.
Exactly. That's why I feel like
now it's gonna have to look. People got to look at Lonzo and say, hey. The whole time before draft anyway, you was been saying you want to go home to LA.
Exactly.
You got what you want.
Exactly.
You're home in LA, number 2 pick.
I feel like he gonna shine.
What you gonna do for us? You got new president, whatever, basketball operations. You got Magic. You got a second year coach, Luke Walton, who won championships.
Okay.
They got rid of the guy who they thought was gonna be their point guard of the future for you. Hey, you gotta show out now.
I mean, and with that being said, I feel bad.
And actually, he really needs to do a little work now because they got a good solid center in for him.
Okay,
Brook Lopez is a solid center. That's probably one of the better moves the Lakers made in a couple of years.
Brook Lopez is solid, but I think that Julius Randle's gonna go off this year. I also think that Jordan Clarkson is gonna be a better scorer. He's probably not gonna be that much of an impact.
Jordan Clarkson needs to be,
but I see him in the J.R. Smith.
He needs to be a 6-man.
Exactly. Well,
I want him to be the 6.
So who would they? I mean, who can they take off their bench? Because without that, they don't have nobody else. Then you still got Larry Nance.
You still got Larry Nance.
Power forward.
He's a power forward. He's gonna come off the bench too, most likely.
Yeah.
They still got. Actually, no, they didn't got rid of Lou Will.
Yeah.
Nick Young is not going back.
Exactly.
I still rather see Jordan Clarkson be a 6-man. I don't want him. I'd rather see Jordan get all his runs.
But even
in the second unit, then maybe like keep one starter on the court with him, like even Randle or Lopez.
Even if Luke does that, then my point is you'll still have that score. You know what I'm saying? With Lonzo being out or Julius being out, he can still he can control the ball. You can put him in a little.
That's why I'd rather him be in a 6-man role though. So when he comes in. Because he is a ball dominant person. He's gonna attack. I'd rather have him out there with another unit to where if he does make plays, because give him one starter on the court. Give him Brook Lopez on the court still. Let him make plays, pick and roll with Brook Lopez who's still balling. I'm really glad
that was a nice
that was a nice little trade.
But I feel bad for D'Angelo.
I don't.
You just sent him to Brooklyn.
I don't.
Why not?
I mean,
D'Angelo is a good player.
D'Angelo is a good solid player. He's a solid player.
But he's gonna be damn.
But what the issue is still, no matter what, his first year, that whole incident, they're always gonna look at that.
I can understand.
They're always gonna look at that as in, the team still kind of just couldn't gravitate to it.
But I mean, I understand
let's
the whole.
Try to get somebody else in there, especially as a point guard.
Trust me, bro. I understand the whole locker room thing. Like keeping in the locker room, what he did was wrong. But I think at the same time, it's like in that situation, who would you have given up for? Nick Young or D'Angelo Russell? I would have sent Nick Young packing on just being real. Because Nick Young kind of.
You right, but you're not gonna get Nick Young for Brook Lopez.
I mean, I understand that, but I'm just saying they kind of took Nick Young's side, which they should have. They took his side over the young prospect in D'Angelo Russell, and ever since then it was just kind of downhill.
You're right. So, but they both not on the team now, so
yeah, that's fine. But sending him to Brooklyn didn't help it. You know what I'm saying?
But for the Lakers, that helps them out though, because instead of they wasn't gonna be able to send D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Brooklyn probably just didn't even want that. They probably didn't want both.
Yeah.
So for them, it was either alright. We'll take D'Angelo Russell. We'll take a nice young point guard. We don't want a shooter who finally came into his own last year after he was good a couple years ago. Then he finally got back again. Okay. They're not gonna want that. They'll probably gladly take what year D'Angelo Russell going to be in now?
About third.
Yeah. They'll gladly probably take a 3rd-year point guard. Give me a couple of draft picks too.
I understand that.
We'll gladly give you a Brook Lopez who. Thank you everything he's done for us, but come on now. We're not going to be able to keep him all.
And I understand that, bro. But at the same time, from an organizational standpoint, the Lakers did a great job. From a player standpoint, what they did to D'Angelo was kind of wrong. Yeah, because you sent him to Brooklyn. They don't have picks for another 3 years. So they're basically about to be tanking. Even if they tried, they still gonna lose. So he's about to lose a good 3 years off his career just because.
No, Hey,
Yeah, he's about to lose a good 3 years off his career. Cause nobody.
While you're in Brooklyn, why can't you ball out?
He can ball out, but nobody.
Why can't he go out there and drop 20
But at the same time, when Darren Williams was in Brooklyn and he was dropping like 25, 30 for them first 2 seasons,
Darren's issue was he
was
kept
paying
getting hurt
attention
though.
to that.
Darren was getting hurt too though.
But
D'Angelo Russell actually hasn't been getting hurt. He's been
But
solid.
even with him not being hurt, he's still about to lose a good solid 2 to 3 years off his career just from being in Brooklyn by himself.
Anything can happen.
What's gonna happen? Cause ain't nobody gonna trade with him. Ain't nobody gonna send him anything.
He can solidly have.
They got Thaddeus Young.
He can solidly have a good season. To where who knows what happened next year? Free agency, they might make a splash.
Oh, he might.
Cause look, when Brooklyn first got out there and they made that huge splash and got D. Will, got Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, KG, all them. So that's not like they can't make moves.
But they can't make moves.
It's not no
trade.
That's
They lost everything.
That's their fault for in the past doing what they did. That
That's
deal
my
with
point.
D. Will.
That's my point. So
But-
you done traded D'Angelo to Brooklyn. They don't
And now
have
they got
picks for
picks.
3 years. No, they don't. They
got some picks for
They got some
D'Lo.
picks for that.
Yeah.
For what? In 18? For 2018?
Hey, like I said, if anything though, that don't mean he don't gotta keep. You're saying he's gonna
and
lose
watch,
some years.
and watch Danny.
What years was he getting good in
Watch
LA?
Danny Ainge call Brooklyn.
So
and he gonna get them picks.
What good years was he having in LA that he can't have good years in Brooklyn?
I don't know, man. I feel like he could have flourished better in that LA system other than the one in Brooklyn.
I don't think there's a difference. Not for him. Not for Russell.
All right, so we want to go into trade talks and
I mean,
Free agency.
because truthfully, the trades that's already done happen. Chicago dropped. The Hawks, they're still gonna be in the playoffs, but they're not as a threat either to me no more. Because Paul Millsap easily said, "I'm going to be a free agent." Y'all already traded Dwight Howard for who? Marco Bellinelli. That's not smart to me.
was that a bad? I don't think that was a bad.
That's not a bad trade, but it's not a good trade.
Like
y'all,
y'all
y'all didn't up y'all stock or nothing. Y'all didn't lower y'all stock, whatever. I will say, if anything, that trade kind of helped Charlotte.
But I mean, with that being said, nobody is going to take that #1 spot in the East unless LeBron goes West. So y'all pretty much
You right.
is making cap room for 2018.
You right. But
So
as far as making moves, you still want to make moves to make it seem like, alright, we still want to contend.
okay,
That's the point of making them. Point of making a trade is to say, alright, we're gonna get this guy because he's gonna help our team, so we can at least try to compete with those upper echelon teams.
okay.
So the fact of, for I'll say, like with Chicago, y'all just traded y'all face of y'all franchise
Okay.
to Minnesota, and what did y'all get in return? Chris Dunn and Zach LaVine.
And Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine coming off.
Wait,
Zach LaVine coming off an injury at that.
Why you got it?
Chris Dunn,
negative.
who didn't have like a spectacular rookie season,
But he's behind Ricky Rubio.
hey, like I said though, he still didn't have a spectacular rookie season. Who knows?
I would've-
He could come in. I like him
In
better
all
because
honesty,
he could come into his own.
I would have traded Rubio and Zach LaVine and got Jimmy Butler and let Chris Dunn be the point. That's just my.
Actually, no.
Why not?
Ricky Rubio is more of a. I like Ricky Rubio more because he's a playmaker.
So you think Chris Dunn could have been a playmaker?
I'm not saying Chris Dunn couldn't be a playmaker, but I like Ricky Rubio running that offense a little better.
That's fine with Ricky Rubio.
And then also with the moves that they're making, I'd rather have, since I just made a move to get Jimmy Butler, someone who's a little playoff experience. He hasn't gotten all the way, but he has playoff experience, so he can step in and be the leader of the team.
Alright.
With a young Andrew Wiggins and a young Karl Anthony Towns. With a Ricky Rubio who's been in the league long enough to know how to run an offense and run a system.
That's fine.
Compared to saying, get rid of someone who's gonna help Jimmy Butler run a system.
Alright.
With a young guy who, like you said, he was behind Rubio last year.
And that's fine.
So he doesn't have. He's not gonna have all the.
I feel like you're missing the key.
He's not gonna have the. He's not gonna have the voice.
Is that he's also a defensive liability. He will get ate by any point guard in the league. So that means you have to come over.
There's a lot of point guards who will get eaten up.
Alright, but you know Ricky Rubio's like one of the top 5. You know, but he's that much of a defensive liability. He's gonna get hit.
He makes it up on offense.
So now what?
He makes it up on offense.
Because he's a playmaker?
Yeah.
That's fine, but if my point guard is going off against your point guard for 25, and all you can do is make plays, and we still need a little bit more to
it's
get.
a team game, Dre.
I'm not with that.
That's why it's a team
Chris
game.
Dunn can score and he can play defense.
You're right. I'm not taking nothing away from him.
So I
like the trade just because I like it for him to go to Chicago.
I didn't like
and let him try to figure himself out too.
Okay.
Compared to him having to now take another seat back.
Yeah.
Behind already Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. Then had to take a seat back to obviously he's someone who's about to come in and be coach. Tom Thibodeau is one of his favorite players because he plays both sides of the ball. That means he already would have to take another seat back. That's 3 seats back now. That's 3 seats back now. What am I gonna do being the 4th guy to call a shot? When as I was getting drafted, I was thinking I could actually be the guy.
Okay. So
compared to now, let him go to Chicago.
All right.
Be with Rajon Rondo, D Wade actually. And other bunch of young people to where that young team can find themselves.
D-Wade you talking about?
Where that young team can find themselves. I like that. I would rather him be in Chicago than.
He got bad knees. I don't know.
It ain't about D Wade. This is about him.
He got
at least
$24 million though.
Exactly. So
he's cool. All right. So I'm with this question is strictly for you.
Go ahead.
Chris Paul opted out.
The Rockets got a shot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Where is he going?
The Rockets got a shot.
Chris Paul opted out.
In the
Cameron Blake opted out. Where you going, Kenny?
All I'm gonna say is, if he going for money,
I don't know.
Go to LA. You know, stay in the good old. Nope. Stay out there in Hollywood. You know, if you want the money, go ahead. If you want a ring, and if I can call Chris Paul right now and say, bro, if you want a ring, you know where to go.
But
you better go to San Antonio, or. No, ain't even no or, because the Rockets really have a good shot of getting him.
Okay.
But
I don't think they
I'd rather him go to San Antonio.
I like James Harden better at point guard than
I do too.
Him being 2 guard and Chris Paul.
And then all the people the Rockets are even saying they're trying to get. You know all the people they said they targeting?
Yeah, so.
Y'all not gonna get Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Paul Millsap, Blake Griffin, all of them. You're lucky if you get one.
So. Okay.
But with Chris Paul's situation specifically,
yeah,
I think he probably just still stay in LA though. That money, I'm sorry, that $250 million.
You're smarter than I thought. Why I'm saying this because Chris Paul stays in LA. I wouldn't take the $250 million though.
If Chris Paul,
I would take a pay cut.
Chris Paul stay in LA, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of Blake.
That's fine.
Get rid of Blake.
Okay.
Make some moves. Try to at least get Melo. Try to make a move to get Paul George.
You going the wrong
Paul
route.
George wants to go to LA anyway. Why not get him to go to Clippers?
I gave you too much credit as being as smart as I know you are.
No.
So check this out.
No.
Chris Paul stays in LA.
Of course.
Take a pay cut.
You about to say something like trying to get LeBron, huh?
Exactly. You know what? I knew you was gonna come back around here.
Of course, that's always an option.
Oh, can I finish?
Always an option.
Can I finish? Get
But
LeBron.
That's always an option. But
get Paul George.
No, see, no, not as.
It can happen. They got the money. It can happen. No, it's not.
I don't want that.
Why would you not?
I wouldn't want that. Not saying, oh, I wouldn't want that as in. I don't want them to play with each other.
Ridiculous.
But that's. I thought for me that's gonna take the fun out.
Too much
Chris Paul, Paul George, LeBron, and DJ on one team. That's gonna take the fun out of basketball for me anyway.
But
Warriors
y'all
Warriors already did it. But hey, Clippers, if y'all gonna make that move,
but
do
exactly.
it. I'm endorsing it.
Exactly.
But the first things first.
First
things first. Get rid of Blake.
I got a real question. Can you picture 2K?
Oh yeah, I will murder you.
What?
I will murder you in 2K.
That's another conversation for another day.
I will murder you in 2K. Then.
What I'm saying is back to the original point. Chris Paul take a pay cut. Get LeBron. Even if you don't get Paul George, you get like Gordon Hayward. You can get anybody. As long as you got Chris Paul and LeBron, I think exactly good. That's a championship.
But then again, and if you go that far with it, that's what I'm saying. What's all that money then you gonna throw out there for another All-Star with Paul George? Okay. What I'm saying, here's why I say I would rather get one, because you still need to worry about solid other players, bench players, other role players. You still need money for them.
Get Kyle Korver. Never worry about
it. Just them ain't gonna get the job done.
Did it happen to go to take?
Oh no. No, that did not just happen.
It took 4 players to get that championship.
No, it didn't.
It really took one. If we're gonna be honest,
yeah, I'll give you that. Kevin Durant did it all really. Like, he did work.
It took one,
but they still had a solid bench. David West was proud to come off that Warrior bench.
That's fine.
Sean Livingston is proud to come off that Warrior bench.
It took one player to get
Andre Iguodala is proud to come off that bench.
Again, if you take KD off the team, then
they still would have won, in my eyes.
I don't know about that.
I think they still would have won.
I don't know about that.
Maybe.
I would have.
I think so.
You wanna wrap your show up, man?
I mean, you don't let me all off just talking about.
My bad.
Adding LeBron, like I'm a big LeBron enthusiast. Like, that's not my guy. I'm glad Chris Paul and him are good friends, but that's not.
I'm not a LeBron James guy either, but I have, like I told you, I respect LeBron.
But once again, this is my boy Dre. Kenny, thank you for tuning into the Right Discussion. See you next time.